We've got 133 kilos of cocaine that we brought over today. And a kilo of that will be retained for our canine training capabilities. That's what has been approved by the courts. So the rest of that has gone into that burning chamber today. The Australian market is the most lucrative market for cocaine in the region. So if you Google that, it should be able to tell you. But on the upper scale, you're talking around $33 million worth of cocaine that's being destroyed now, Australian dollars. But it depends on the rates. Sometimes it drops, but that's on the upper end of it. Sometimes it drops down to about, the lowest I've checked at a time was about 95,000 Australian a kilo. That was the lowest. Yes, we've been looking around at facilities that can give us the best in destruction of the drugs. And that's this is the best facility that we've found that we can use. It is the first time that we've come to such facilities. So at the end of this, the residue that's left from the ashes will be taken back for testing again. And if there's positiveness in that, we have to go through the process again until there's nothing left. But it's one of the safest one, environmentally as well. You'll need to talk to the owners of the facilities to be able to explain to you that, but you can see there's a chamber where the smoke is broken down into ash as well. So what is released is safe for the environment, so you won't have birds dropping out of the sky or flying higher than what they normally do with that smoke that went out initially. But he'll be able to explain the science behind that to you. That's 1 kilo that's been allowed for us. But that we're not going to utilize all that. That's going to be kept in a vault, and we'll see how many grams that the canine unit will require for that training. Yes, we have about 30 kilos of heroin that's still there. That is, there's an appeal process going in the courts. And there's about another 100 kilos of cocaine, methamphetamine that we are going through the same process through the courts to get approvals for destructions. As we speak, on the 20th of July, we've destroyed 61,000 marijuana plants in Kandavu as uprooting goes and testing and court decisions come through. But from the 20th till now, there's over 5,000 plants that's there again, and we've got court approvals for that destruction as well. And we have a team led by the Chief of Operations, court representatives, and other key stakeholders that are going across in a police boat. They should be there now to witness that destruction as well. And also applications are being done now for other drugs, both marijuana and cannabis and other drugs that are in our possession to go through this. It takes away the temptation for those who are tempted in trying to get that and sold again. That's something that people will try and do, and corrupt police officers. That happens the world over. And that's what we're trying to avoid. For years I've been trying to do this, and finally we've got that system, and we've got basically a standard operating procedure that simplifies the process for officers that are involved in investigations of getting that court approval for destruction. And Kandavu has been a good example of that uprooted. Within 3 to 4 days, we get the destruction order and it's destroyed there straight away. A lot of these officers have been trained overseas, and you see that's why they've went through that process. They are kitted in that process, very particular about the weights, weighing of that. You look around, there's security that's there as well. There's a drone up there in the sky as well. The security is an important component of that because of the value of what we are going through. We don't want anything going missing. And even after this, like I said, we go back and test the residue of that will be collected after that, after the 3 hours of this process. It's not just about police alone, it's about the community getting together. And there's a lot that needs to be done. It's not something that's unique to Fiji. The region is experiencing it, the world is experiencing an upsurge in methamphetamine manufacture and usage. And we are not immune to that. So it's all about a consolidated approach to that. We have to look at tackling that as a region. We have the Pacific Island Chiefs of Police meeting that's coming up next month, which I will be chairing. Those are some of the things that we discuss in those forums in dealing with this issue. You can't deal with it in isolation. There are other stakeholders that, starting from the home, right up to the region that deals with these issues. We share information with our foreign counterparts in anti-narcotics operations and interdictions, and that's an ongoing process. People tend to believe that we are focused on uprooting marijuana. That's a small part of it. There's more manpower, There's more hours, there's more effort directed towards dealing with hard drugs than compared to marijuana. And there's other things we're looking at. I spoke about the landowner's responsibility in Kandavu. There's the proceeds of crime, there's unexplained wealth. Those are all issues that we go through. And we don't come out in the media advertising these things. These are things that are done behind the scenes that are unseen.